Alright, quick update on JASMY. So we are tanking today. If we do zoom out, you can also see we have now broken below the lows. So I'm very grateful that my last trade on JASMY was stopped out in a profit because we're going down right now. The last time I had a trade on JASMY, I believe it was from here to here. We rode it all the way up to here, and eventually we came back down, hit my stop loss in a 7% profit. So I'm not in JASMY right now. I do not hold JASMY. I'm not in a trade for JASMY, not in a short, not in a long. What is going on the market? Let's jump right into the video. So yesterday we saw a run up on all the markets. JASMY wasn't doing anything special. JASMY was just having a pump into the Federal Reserve news where they're increasing the interest rates by 50 basis points or 0.5%. You can see today we got no continuation. What happened? Bitcoin put in a bearish engulfing candle. Why did Bitcoin put in a bearish engulfing candle? Because the stock market opened today. We opened and slid bearish straight away. That dragged Bitcoin down with it, that dragged the altcoin market down with it, and that dragged JASMY down with it. So Bitcoin is in a huge bearish candle right now. I would really not be trading JASMY whatsoever. It can get a lot more ugly for JASMY. JASMY's down 20% as of the time of recording this. Bitcoin's down 10%. It looks like Bitcoin wants to move all the way down to 33,000. If we close a daily candle below 37,600, then in my opinion, Bitcoin's moving down to 33,000, where it will find its macro bottom, in my opinion. Looking at JASMY right now, looking at this on the daily time frame, you can see you've got a rejection from the daily EMA ribbons, and you've broken below the floor at 1.7 cent. The only thing holding us up right now is this big macro trend line we've been going on since basically June of 2021. So it's coming on for a year now. This has been, you know, low, higher low, higher low, and I do unfortunately think JASMY is going to break back down to this level. That is obviously if we do have a daily close below 1.7 cent, but in my opinion it really looks like Bitcoin wants to move down another 8%, which in my opinion, if Bitcoin's going to move down another 8%, it would make sense that JASMY would come down and hit this target, or it would make sense if JASMY kind of almost reaches it and then once again, you know, makes a higher low in the structure. So what am I looking for right now for JASMY? Well, it's very simple. I'm simply looking for what Bitcoin does next. I do not think it's going to be a wise idea to assume this is the bottom for JASMY and DCA. I could be very wrong. However, I'd much rather buy a confirmed breakout on JASMY than to buy into this right now. So previously, looking at the daily candles, I just noticed this today actually looking at the dailies, but the downtrend is perfectly defined by the daily EMA ribbons. Every time you come into retest the daily EMAs, you have a breakdown, and you might be thinking, well, we flip these here, but by my definition, let's see, by my definition this was not a flip, because what we did is we broke above them. You can see we put in a high, you came down to back test, and then you put in a lower high. What I consider a successful retest is when you break above, you top out, you back test, and it doesn't matter about the bounce, you need to bounce above the previous invalidation point. You can see we didn't bounce above the previous invalidation point. We made a lower high and we broke down. We never managed to hold, and since then we've been in a downtrend once again on the daily EMAs. We only just got a rejection today. Keep that in mind. The rejection has only come today, so I do not think we're going to be retesting this anytime soon. I think JASMY's coming down to the 1.1 cent vicinity. That would be another 30% decrease. RIP to all of you who are in JASMY right now. It is not looking good at all. Let me clean up my chart a bit. But yeah, I mean, like I said, when was this downtrend solidified? So since we put in your most recent, I mean, depending on where you want to draw it from, you could technically say I mean, let's not go that far. Let's just talk about since when we went bearish. I don't want to, you know, go through every single thing that we've done before, but looking at the daily, you can see we flipped bearish here. The downtrend was defined by the daily EMAs, and in my opinion we are still in a huge macro downtrend. Until we do flip above these, I'm personally going to be sitting on the sidelines for JASMY. I'm not going to be making small short-term trades like I previously was from this range to this range. I was originally aiming for higher price targets before the market rolled over, but at least we walked away with a profit. So When will I be looking to get into JASMY? Very, very simply, I think something like this is going to play out. And then if we do break above that invalidation point, this is when I'll be entering the market. I will give you an update when I do plan on entering JASMY. At this moment in time, I would not touch JASMY whatsoever. JASMY still does have a chance to be saved. If we do close a daily candle above 1.7 cent, then we might just about hazard a bullish close. Or not a bullish close, but we might save our skin is what I'm trying to say. But in my opinion, if Bitcoin closes below 37,600, then we've got much lower price targets to go down to. For Bitcoin, 33,000 basically. And then what would that mean for JASMY? In my opinion, as JASMY is down twice the amount that Bitcoin is, if Bitcoin has to go down another 10%, I imagine JASMY would not be finding a bottom until at least the conservative price target for 1.3 cent. I think lower price targets are definitely in play. You look at the daily momentum indicators, and the bearish momentum has only just started to come to the downside. It is very rare that you do have these fake outs on the daily. Squeeze mom, not looking good right now. That's all I've got for JASMY. As always, none of this is financial advice. It is just my opinion on the market, and you've always got to do what's best for you. You know what I'm looking for? I'm looking for a bullish break above the daily EMAs. Until that happens, I'm sitting on the sidelines. Cowboy out. Peace.